All right. Have you ever met someone whose parents are absolutely brilliant, educated, illiterate? Have you ever met someone whose dad is from a family of 22 children and all of them are boys, but only one surviving one? Have you ever met anyone whose mom is from a family of 22 children again? All of them are girls and all of them survived. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the story of my friend. But coming from that kind of background, he told himself that although we are abundantly poor in this home, he said he will always feature in the future that he will picture. And that as far as he can picture that future must mature. Ladies and gentlemen, that young man made a bold step and he gained admission into one of the most prestigious institutions in this country. My friend, on top of that class, with empty belly for several weeks, months, just one person believing in him. Ladies and gentlemen, he would trek several distance. In fact, unfathomable distance. Although he was wretchedly poor, account-wise, but intellectually, he wasn't porous. Ladies and gentlemen, that young man graduated on top of his class, went on to become the best graduating student in this federation, and eventually, he was employed by one of the most prestigious institutions. At 21, he had graduated. At 16, he gained admission. At 21 again, he was the recipient of Nigerian Oscar Award. Ladies and gentlemen, at 22, he was 7. At 22 and a half, he had become the youngest lecturer in the history of his department. Why? Because just one person believed in him. He went on again at master's level. He still made distinction and now PhD. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like you to meet my friend. And his name is Tosin Adewale, the young man standing right here before you. It's a great privilege being here this morning. It is delectably delightful. The topic before me today is mindset, mental rebirth, unleashing your transcendental powers. Tell somebody, say unleash your powers. Please, I'd like us to write a few things. I'll start with the concept of mindset. Please want to write. Bishop David said something. He defined vision for us. He said your vision is a mental picture describing a preferable future. He said you will never feature in the future that you do not picture. The future that you do not picture will not mature until the picture of the future is based in the scripture. It continues to rupture. Now I said that to say that your mindset is your greatest asset. See, Robert Kiyosaki said something. He said men are not poor because they lack an mindset. He said men are poor because they lack the right mindset. Ladies and gentlemen, what makes us rich is not our mathematical set or our handset, but what? Our mindset. Somebody say mindset. Someone say mind. Someone say hand. What you do not see in your mind, you will never have in your hand. The mind precedes the hand. The first thing you must do is to aspire. You must take that first step first. Ladies and gentlemen, until you step out, nothing happens. He spoke about confidence earlier. One defining principle, one defining concept that we need to adopt is that idea of confidence. First, you must believe in yourself. Whatever you do not believe, you will never receive. And that's why Napoleon Hill said something. He said, whatever it is that the human life can conceive and believe, it can also achieve. So if you can conceive it and believe it, you will definitely achieve it. Now the reason we do not receive is because we do not believe. And until you believe, you cannot receive. Ladies and gentlemen, and that's why people going somewhere must be able to understand that there are two types of value. Please write. We have nuisance value and wisdom value. Please write. There are two types of value that we need to care about. Number one, wisdom value. Number two, nuisance value. And these two things must always guide our action at all times. The first one, wisdom value. Your wisdom value is your ability to contribute to the orderliness, to the advancement and the progression of the universe. It is your ability to make the universe better than it was before you came in. It is your contribution. It is your unique contribution to a unique universe, needing a unique solution to unique problems. That is your wisdom value. For every time you think outside the box and conceive something uniquely great, you are appreciating your wisdom value. The second one, ladies and gentlemen, is called nuisance value. That is what we have in abundance in this country. And what is that? Your ability to contribute to the disintegration, the disorderliness, the backwardness of a progressing universe. And that is what we have today. Until you have something physical to show, then people do not respect you. Success is now placed on a physical scale. Until you have something amazingly unique to show, you are not a contributor, you are a consumer. You know there's a reason for the season, and until you know the reason for the season, you continue to commit treason. Do you know that it is not the case that our fine face or shoelace or expensive lace is what makes us win life's race, but our purchase of grace is what saves us from a place of disgrace and take us away from the craze. Ladies and gentlemen, at this point, I need us to take certain words. Remember that your confession is the conclusion of your condition. What you confess, you will possess. Somebody say with me, say speak. Say speak. Let's take S away. What do you have left? When you take S from speak, what do you have left? When you speak, guess what? You're activating your peak. Speaking is speaking. Somebody says say. Say stay. When you take T away from stay, what do you have left? What you say will stay. The T is time. So ladies and gentlemen, somebody say with me, say no. He was talking about knowledge earlier. Say no. Say no. Say glow. Say flow. Say grow. Say blow. Ladies and gentlemen, your knowledge to start with is your know edge. You want to write this? Knowledge. The breakdown of knowledge is know. K-N-O-W. Then space it. Put edge. You will notice that something is missing and it's the L in between. Ladies and gentlemen, your knowledge is your know edge. The L is your leverage. So when you know, you glow, you flow, you blow, and eventually glow. So men do not flow because they do not know. And when they do not know, they will not grow. Ladies and gentlemen, you must speak your peak. Somebody say word. W-R-L-D. Say word. Say word. W-R-D. Say word. Say sword. Do you know that your word is your sword without which you cannot win in your world? So the word in your mouth is a sword that you require. You are not poor because you don't have a dime. You are poor because your mouth is poor. Ellen Keller, she said men are not what? Blind because of their inability to see. She said blindness is the ability to see and the inability to dream. Said 2024 is my best year yet. So what I confess today, I shall possess tomorrow. Thank you.